In this video, we're going to talk about fecal remnants. Now, I know that's kind of crazy, but think about it. We are plumbers and we have to deal with this every day. So what I want to talk about is, what are you doing since COVID that maybe you weren't doing beforehand? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video, and we're going to do it right now. But first, I want to remind you, this video is sponsored by Ferguson. Now, we teamed up with Ferguson because of the things they do for the trades, the plumbers, the people in general. So what we want to do is work with them because they keep working for us. So now let's talk about COVID. What are you doing that you weren't doing before 2020? Okay, so think about it. We've all started wearing face masks almost everywhere we go. Now, I gotta tell you, there's really something funny. An article I read said, wearing a face mask, walking through a restaurant to sit down at the table and being able to take it off, it's kind of like having a peeing section in a swimming pool. There's only one spot you can go and it won't affect anybody else. Seriously, we have to wear these to walk through a restaurant, but once we sit down, we're okay. Kind of crazy. Anyway, back to the plumbing issue. Look at this. Some of us are even making custom masks. Now, why do we do that? We want to be different. We want to be original. We want to do funny things. Some of us are marketing our companies with them and literally just like putting a logo on or something. Think about it. Are masks really the only thing we're doing? Hopefully not, because if it is, we've got problems. Most of us are looking at more than just what we're doing to protect the air that we're breathing. And why is this important? Well, the very first article that I read that made me even think about the COVID virus being tied to our plumbing system was on an article from the World Health Organization about Amoy Gardens. Amoy Gardens are condos in Hong Kong that one person in one unit got the coronavirus, and then one either right above or right below them got it too. They figured out that due to faulty installed plumbing, they got the virus. So think about this, and I'm not just saying through faulty installed plumbing, but if we know it can pass through the plumbing system, through the vent pipe, through the sewer pipe, through anything at all like that, we should be thinking of what all are we doing? And what are we doing to protect not just ourselves, but the customers' homes that we walk in? Seriously, if it can be passed through the sewer system, I mean, man, this is what we deal with almost on a daily basis. We specialize in slab leaks and leak detection, so getting down under houses and cutting sewer pipe that have fecal remnants, fecal matter, fecal particles all in it, this is what they're determining may contain the coronavirus or parts of it. Now, Temple University has done a big test and proven, yes, it is in fecal matter that they're testing, but they're also saying, look, it has not been proven that the coronavirus can be transmitted through the plumbing system. So what I want to do is I want to go back to Hong Kong. Okay, let's think about that. If faulty plumbing can lead to the coronavirus being transmitted from one apartment unit to another, can it happen in homes? And they're saying, well, it hadn't been proven. I understand that, but look at it like this. If you've got dry P-traps, say that you've got a downstairs shower that you haven't used in a while. So you use that bathroom to just go in and wash your hands and use the toilet. Now, if you don't use that tub, or if you don't clean that tub often, it doesn't get water down in that trap, so that trap could dry out. So yes, sewer gases, which they also contain the fecal aerosols, can literally get into your bathroom. And if you're in there and you're breathing, which you may hold your breath when you go, I know some people that need to, but here's the thing, what is going on? What are we exposing our houses to? Because if it goes down your toilet and it ends up out in the sewer in front of your house, it can also end up in your neighbor's house. Is it possible? Absolutely. Has it been proven? No, not yet. But what are we doing as plumbers? What do we get down to protect ourselves? Well, if we're getting into sewer pipes that could have fecal matter, guess what? We better be doing something. Because as plumbers, we've got to take care of each other. We need to take care of the people that work for us, but also our families and the customers' houses that we walk in. Now, I want y'all to remember, this video is sponsored by Ferguson, and they asked me, Roger, look, is this something that we can make a video about and talk about to let plumbers know we need to be taking care of ourselves? So think about this. We also wear floor savers every house we walk in and dispose of them properly. Why? What happens if you walk in a house where somebody has had coronavirus and you don't have on floor savers? Now, we still don't know enough about the virus to know how long it can live on other substances. So you walk into a house, you get coronavirus on your boots, you go home, you reach down, you take off your boots, your little daughter runs in, you pick her up and hold her, and you've just given the virus to her. Now, is it possible? I don't know. They're saying, look, these theories have not been proven. Well, it hadn't been around enough and given us enough time to do the proper test to know what all is going on. So what are you doing? What are you doing to protect you as a plumber? One thing that we talk about here, we've ordered sanitizer. We've got spray bottles with sanitizer in. And some of y'all have heard me talk about it before. When you walk into houses, be careful where you set your tools, be careful where you set your bag, and make sure you can wipe it off when you carry it out. But also the tools that you pull out. Are you putting them right back into your bag and possibly contaminating other tools? Or are you keeping them separate so you can sanitize them before you put them back in? Think about it. You go home, you have a leak under your sink and your wife says, honey, you better fix that now or you ain't getting no dinner tonight, okay? You don't get any dinner or you're gonna fix the plumbing. What's your choice? Well, if you want some, if you're hungry, you're gonna fix it. So you go out, you grab your tools that you used in somebody's house today, and again, as soon as you're finished, she wants to give you a big old hug that you didn't sanitize your tools today. Let me ask you this. Is it worth spreading disease to your house by not taking care of the things you need to take care of? So as plumbers, what should we be doing? We should be wearing masks every time we walk into people's houses. We should be wearing masks and face shields when we're cutting into sanitary pipe. We know that there's particles in there that, number one, it's almost like asbestos. Once you make it airborne, once you bust it and it becomes particles floating in the air, now it's dangerous. We need to be looking at sewer pipe the exact same way. Be very careful. You don't want to end up getting sick from doing your job. And it hadn't been proven yet, but we don't know if it can be passed this way or not. So if you're a plumber and you are seriously worried about you, your family, or anybody else, wear vinyl gloves, wear masks, wear face shields when you need to, and make sure you wear floor savers when you walk into people's houses and don't reuse them. And then the big deal, sanitize your tools. Sanitize the things that you work with each and every day so that you don't transmit that disease at home. Now, I got a question. How many of y'all know plumbers that have gotten sick? Because I literally know a plumber here in the North Central Texas area that got deathly ill. He got so ill, they actually told him, look, you need to take care of all your family matters. And he did, and he got better. Now, luckily for him, he's back at work and things are going well. But do you want to have to go through all that? Because I'm telling you, it really wasn't any good for him. Anyway, let me know what's going on with you and the company you work for. Is your company giving you masks, face shields, latex gloves, shoe savers? Are you doing something else? What kind of things can you do or we do as plumbers to make sure that we're taken care of and we do things right? Let me know what you think. Now guys, remember, this video is sponsored by Ferguson. Now you can go to Ferguson.com. They've got everything I've talked about and more. I used to work out at a big industrial plant that had a lot of dangerous chemicals. And believe it or not, you can get Tyvek suits, you can get better quality gloves, you can get full-blown respirators, all kinds of good things. And you can find all of this at Ferguson.com. Anyway, let me know down below what you think or what we could be doing better to make it better for all of us. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.